Yes. So there is a problem going around, and that is that I recently saw somebody that I used to hold in high regard talk about the movie uh, Underwater, starring Kirsten Stewart. But he said he was never a fan of the Twilight Saga or Kristen Stewart as an actress. Well, he then goes into saying that that he that he did that the last time he saw it was when it first came out. I mean, like he would have had to have seen her on the poster, and like he owns the movie, so it sounds like he bought it based on the cover. So the problem with the Twilight Saga is that ones that used to be a fan of the Twilight Saga are claiming they were not. It's almost like it's almost like if people were not a fan of the Beatles, but then it turns out they were early on. So the problem is people that say they're not fans when they were fans. You need to acknowledge when you were a fan of an actress or of a series. It there is such a thing as acknowledging it and not hiding the fact that you were a fan of it at one time. Just because you're not a fan of that person now, you don't need to hide the fact that that's the reason why you doggone bought it in the first place. Lots of people, they buy movies based on the cover. So, you know, for someone that admitted that they had bought it, when it first came out, you know, just saying, admit that you were a fan, even though you're saying you're not a fan now of the actress. Like, admit it that you were a fan of the actress then, then, instead of just saying that you're not a fan of the actress, make it sound like you were never a fan. No. I mean, nothing wrong with saying that you're a fan of Kirsten Stewart and the Twilight Saga, that you were back then. It was a phenomenon. It was all the rage, you know? It's nothing to be ashamed of. So just, don't be afraid to come out and say you were a fan of it at the time, even though you may not be right now.